Americans are increasingly connected to the virtual world through phones, computers, and smart appliances. Now even vital utilities like power and water grids are going digital. Only on CBS This Morning, we got access to a massive power plant near Niagara Falls, New York. It's upgrading its systems with artificial intelligence. That is raising concerns among some security experts about the dangers from hackers. Errol Barnett shows us how power plants can defend themselves.
Good morning. Cybersecurity firms are tracking an increased number of attempted attacks on U.S. infrastructure, with one identifying at least 8 groups of state-sponsored hackers. Meanwhile, our homes are linked to the grid through smart thermostats and other connected devices. So to see what the risks are, I explored New York State's high-tech utility infrastructure, which is now becoming more reliant on artificial intelligence, to see how our grid is protected from attack.
We are now layering new technologies to this system that was built back in the 1960s.
Old school hydropower is getting a new school upgrade thanks to artificial intelligence. New York State's largest power plant harnesses the awesome energy of the Niagara River. And now the New York Power Authority, or NYPA, is connecting this plant and miles of transmission lines with tens of thousands of sensors which can essentially think.
So if there are anomalies, or if the temperature is outside the range of design, these sensors will communicate automatically to our integrated smart operations center.
The AI network reaches statewide, warning not only of problems on the grid, but predicting where unscheduled maintenance is needed. The aim is to lower costs and to pass savings onto customers, with all data processed and verified here by computer engineers. With the improvements of software and computing power, you also have the increase in potential risks from cyber attacks. How do you protect against that?
Absolutely. We have to think about cyber at every step of the process. We have to incorporate cyber defenses in every step of the software and hardware that we're putting together.
There's more risk than we've ever had before.
Rob Lee spent most of his military career at the National Security Agency and now runs his own consulting firm. After sounding the alarm about weaknesses in the U.S. grid to Congress, he is critical of states relying on AI systems and computer networks in general.
The communication paths that it has might open up paths for adversary to take advantage of as well.
Lee led the U.S. military's investigation into the Russian hack of the Ukrainian power grid in 2015, made possible, he says, by a simple internet connection.
They opened up circuit breakers and de-energized portions of the grid, leaving 225,000 customers or so in the darkness for a couple hours.
Lee warns AI without highly skilled humans involved is risky. What are the vulnerabilities it opens up?
You don't want your grid operators, the humans that are controlling your grid, to become so dependent on the machine learning or AI model that they forget how to do their jobs.
These systems are thinking, they're making decisions. What do you say to people who are concerned about that?
There are still humans in between the information and the actions. So think of this really as a very smart decision support system.
Now, we weren't allowed to show you, but Gil tells me their power plant control rooms have safeguards and operate on a completely different network from the rest of the grid. Still, the Department of Homeland Security revealed earlier this year Russian malware was opened by someone in a power plant control room via email. It was as simple as that. And that's why you have this growing consensus that it is critical to increase the skills of everyone plugged into the network. Anthony?
Thanks, Errol.